Yeah, well, it's a privilege to be here as Ard Mhaire, officially representing the citizens of Dublin as the first citizen. And I've always attended the May Day marches. It's hugely important, International Workers' Day, and I think it just reminds us that the rights that working people have won over the last century were won because they struggled, particularly within trade unions, and that as we know in recent years many of those rights have been eroded. So it's very important to reassert them, and also to reassert the importance of trade union membership and working class solidarity if we're to make any progress in our society.
But we always try in the Dublin Council of Trade Unions to have platforms that are about current issues. So we're campaigning on housing, health and repeal the eighth. And we have speakers from all of those platforms at the rally today.
May Day is a celebration of workers, especially unions, throughout the world. Started in the 1880s in America.
I haven't missed a May Day and I've done it on many years. Going back to the time we had a small little number at the evening press office in the corner of Abbey Street and Connolly Street. And I've always supported the May Day and I continue to support it the day I die.
Well, I wouldn't miss it for anything. It's a religious occasion, I have to be there.
I think our generation more than ever now, even though we seem to have lost that value of workers' rights, because it's not really as talked about. It's probably even more relevant to us than it would have been 20 years ago.
As well as the whole struggle around how do we unshackle the trade union movement, the labour movement, to allow the workers' movement to fight back and to repeal the 1990 Industrial Relations Act.
I have more in common with workers anywhere else in the world than I do with the Irish bourgeoisie and capitalists.
In those days it was the Communist Party that used to have the May Day gathering, and then it was taken over afterwards by the Dublin Council of Trade Unions. But the Communist Party always supported it and always was there. Fair play to them, I'm very proud to be a member of it.
Where was the biggest May Day march you ever participated in?
In London, I suppose, yeah, in London, because I lived there for 30 years.
Havana, Cuba, 1986.
It was in Havana. Certainly wasn't fucking Parnell Square, 1928 in.
At Moscow.
Who was on the podium?
Brezhnev.
The smallest one I was on, there was 11 of us on it.
Probably in Melbourne, Victoria in Australia. Probably about 20,000 people turned up.
Havana, 1.5 million people. Amazing.
Oh, it's Rabat. It's Rabat, yeah.
In Rome, my city basically. So yeah, it was some years ago when the government was trying to get rid of some rights from the workers. Well, actually they succeeded.
Workers of the world unite.